Good morning, everyone. So, we're looking at the animation technology today, something we are all familiar with from seeing blockbuster films such as Toy Story and Shrek. But I'd like to start to looking at how animation began and how the technical side of things developed. Not long after the invention of the first cameras by Thomas Edison in 1889, a photographer by the name of J. Stewart Blackton developed the first technique for animated film. It consisted of a series of drawings and he drew a number of funny faces and then filmed one after the other. This gave the impression of motion and changing facial expression. But it was a very slow process and a long way from being anything like a film. Then a Frenchman, Amy Cole, moved things on a bit by using scenes and figures cut out of paper instead. It meant things could be done more quickly. It was possible to build up a small scene, though a very large number of cutouts were required to do this. And of course, it was all still taking place during the era of silent film. Eventually, Walt Disney came along. He wanted his film characters to look more real. So he found the ways to do this. It took weeks to produce a single film sequence, but in the 1928, the first talking animated film came out that has been made using hand-painted slides known as cells. They were placed one on the top of the other and then quickly removed. And that first film launched the career of Mickey Mouse, if you remember him. Disney then went to produce the first full-length color animated film in 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which earned him the first of his 37 Oscars. Animation changed very little over the next 50 years or so, until the advent of computers and the work of a company called Pixar. Pixar Animation Studios were a graphics group until Steve Jobs invested $10 million in the company. Now it has become a Hollywood icon, with earnings of over $6.3 billion and numerous film awards. In fact, Pixar's films act rather like a timeline of technological development's computer graphics. So, let's have a look at some of them. Pixar's debut feature film was Toy Story, and it was the first film to be completely animated by computers. When it was released in 1995, the many features of the film were seen as outstanding. It is still considered to be one of the most significant achievements in the history of film animation. A late film, Monsters, Inc., which came out in 2001, added a new animation feature, which was the on-screen representation of animal fur. This helped to enhance the appeal of one of the film's central characters. 2 years after that, the award-winning film Finding Nemo, a tale of the lives of some very appealing and visually enchanting fish, pioneered a new technique in digital lighting, which were used to create realistic-looking water. This was an essential feature of the film. Many scenes took place underwater and relied on a certain level of brilliance and clarity throughout.
Created using Powtoon.